like I've said many times, I don't even know if people even realize that there's a such thing as wholesale telecommunications. I know when I mention it to people, sometimes it's a little deer in the headlights kind of thing, kind of like a gloss over, like, oh, what's that? Because most people have no idea that telecommunications there's a retail and a wholesale. Retail is, you call the company up and you say, I need service, or you're just generally dealing in the retail environment unless you go through a broker. We are a wholesale telecommunications, that's phone and internet broker. We help companies convert to a wholesale customer relationship with their telecom provider. We represent all telecommunications companies all over the world, which is the reason that we're having this video today. And the three main benefits to wholesale is, one, we can lower your billing from 30 to 50%. We can help you increase or optimize your current infrastructure for phone and internet. And then we can help you get a much higher grade of customer support from your telecommunications carrier, phone and internet. So that's really what it's all about. Here's a couple things to think about. First of all, when you think about emerging markets, when you think about development, when you think about, companies moving up from third world, second world to first world countries, what precedes all of that is telecommunications. You got to understand that, unless there's phones and internet, not much is happening anywhere in the world. There's no place in the world that doesn't have phone and internet that you might consider a first world or developing country. So a lot of times telecom precedes development, and we're in the U.S. we are greatly, this is first world country, developed country. There's many countries out there that we might consider third world, maybe in the South Americas, the Southeast Asias, the Africas, and that kind of thing. Maybe the Middle East, where we don't really know that these countries are developing nations or developing countries, and the catalyst to making countries kind of get on the map, if you will, and start becoming a sort of like a worldwide player is phone and internet. That's really what it is. If they got mobile devices, internet connectivity, and they can access the internet, the cloud, or anything like that, that's what you would call a developing economy, a developing country, a developing nation, developing society. All of those factors have to kind of be in play, all preceded by telecommunications. So the good news there, the point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that when you look at telecommunications in general, every telecom company and every telecom marketplace has the ability for wholesale. That's the thing you got to know. You can do wholesale anywhere in the world that there is telecommunications. You can have wholesale telecommunications. There is no place that says, hey, we don't really do wholesale. Everybody does. However, it has the relationship has to be initiated by a wholesale broker, and there's only a few of us. So, and I'm not the broker, I'm the consultant with the broker, but there's only a few wholesale brokers in the world, relatively speaking, and you have to connect with the wholesale broker and let the broker backdoor you in. Okay, that's the way that works. The broker has to backdoor you in and help you gain access to the wholesale benefits of the telecom company that you're dealing with. So I'm working on a couple of clients internationally right now. We're talking currently we have Belize, we have Philippines, and we have Costa Rica. These are countries that we're working on, or clients that we're working on in these countries, and there's no hindrance, distance or international. It doesn't matter. We're able to go in there and represent that client as the broker to match them up with either the current provider that they're using for their services. We can go and say, hey, we're gonna now help this client get wholesale with you. Or if a client is gonna convert from one carrier to the next, we would have a few options for that client to choose which company or which carrier might better service their needs. We can do all of this. So we're international, folks, and that's what's that's important. That's important. So for the most part, guys, I only speak English. Okay, U.S. born and raised English, but obviously we have people in other countries that speak a different language. We can get carriers on the line. We can get people to translate. We can do all these kinds of things to help the client get what they want. But the whole goal is to help the client be happy with their telecom service. And that's what we want, and that's what the carrier wants. Even the carrier that you're already with wants you to be even more happy. So if we can contact that carrier for you and say, hey, listen, we're the broker and we want to help this client get a wholesale relationship with you, hey, trust me, that carrier is even more happy to do so. Why? Because they want you to be a long-lasting, happy customer. So the carriers get involved as well. If there's any technical questions, any kind of any support needed to help with the transition, the carriers are involved as well. Anyways, so I hope that makes sense, guys. We're international. We're not limited to just US. If you are a business owner, or you operate a business, or you have a role in a business where you're either concerned about the cost of the bill, or you're concerned about, maybe you're in a more technical role and you're concerned about the capability of your current service, bandwidth or security or something like that, cloud computing, whatever that might be, then you want to get in touch with me. It doesn't matter if you're in the US or if you're in another country. Just hit me up on Calendly, calendly.com/Randy C. Wilson -IGT, or hit me up on Instagram here or YouTube, and then we can set up a time to talk about what your situation is and see what we can do to establish a wholesale relationship between you and the telecom carriers.